All right, I'm working on putting this deflector kit on for the chute. So what we've got is we've got to put two brackets on the chute here. Got everything laid out. I started drilling holes and everything. So we've got our cylinder, our hoses. This is the upper bracket right here that goes on the deflector itself. What I've done so far is I have measured to the center of the bracket. You see the line there? So that gives me how wide the bracket is. And then I've gone ahead and measured to the center of the deflector. That centers up the bracket with the deflector. And then I've put the bracket up here and kind of held it up here. And I've marked out the 4 holes that need to be drilled just with a Sharpie going through the bolt holes on the bracket. I've gone ahead and drilled one out. The instructions say use a 9/32 drill bit. But what I did before is if you look in there, you can see that I went ahead and used a center punch, which is right here. If you use a center punch, it'll center up your hole a little bit better. So the center punch, it's all the 4 holes have been center punched. And so now I just drill them out. After I get done with that, I will put the cylinder on this bracket. And after I do that, then what I will do is I will go ahead and install this bracket on the cylinder, and then I will mark out the location for this bracket on the lower part of the chute. There's all the hardware. Once I get the cylinder up, then I will take and hook up the hydraulic lines and everything. I'll have to get some sealant for that. I'll probably just use Teflon tape. And then after that, it's just a matter of hooking it up and taking off and making sure everything works right. So, and then we'll be able to control rotation and the deflector from the cab of the tractor. So that's what we're working on. There'll be a time-lapse video of this. I've got the other GoPro set up, taking shots every 10 seconds. So I'll be able to voice over some of that and kind of go from there. All right, so we got the cylinder on. Drilled the same thing out in the bottom. The only one problem with that is I forgot to straighten up the ram here, the cylinder. And so it wasn't exactly lined up. So the bottom bracket's about a 1/4 inch off, which is kind of disappointing, but the holes are drilled. So, oh well. Not anything probably 95–96% of people will ever notice. We got it all tightened down and everything. Next thing I need to do is I need to replace the knobs there with some carriage bolts and some lock nuts. That way that can move up and down like it's supposed to. And then after that, we can start doing the hoses. What we're going to do with the hoses is it said mount the cylinder to the outlets or the hose ends pointing towards the center of the blower. So that's what we are going to do. I've got the hoses here, and I'm going to we're going to replace the knobs, and then we're going to start on the hoses. Have to completely build the hoses, so I have all of the angles and everything. This starts off, there's a 90 that comes out, so the hoses only have to go this far. So I'll get started on that, and we'll come back and we'll see final progress. All right, so got everything hooked up, got all the lines run and everything else, got the hose stand in here, got everything nice and clamped down. No leaks there, no leaks there. However, we have 2 leaks here. Looks like the fittings headed into the cylinder are leaking. Naturally, that means I have to take the entire system apart to fix that. Now, the funny thing is I checked this before I did the hose stand or the hose hanger, whatever you want to call it, and it wasn't leaking, and then all of a sudden it started leaking, so I didn't try it out long enough. But I'm going to fix that problem, and I might just go through and go in and take all of the paste out and go ahead and install Teflon tape. That might be a little easier. Just, one more thing. So let me go do that and come back and show you it working. All right, well, got it all done. I've already tested it out, but I figure I'll just show you how it works. I did reroute the hoses a little bit, basically because I wanted in the cab. So this inside one, number 4, is what rotates it. So if you look back there, that rotates it. And then this inside one, since it's harder to get to, this is the one that's going to control the deflector. So everything works. There's no leaks. I'll turn the tractor off. There's no leaks that I can see. So I think that we are good to go. Now I can go move some snow and try it out. I've gone ahead and greased the chain again, or I will grease the chain again. And I think everything else should be good to go. I only used it for an hour last night. But we have everything that's like it's supposed to. And this is exactly why I ordered the 4066 this way. For things like this, I have the third function for grapple if I need it. And then I have the 2 rear remotes that I'm using right now for the snowblower. It makes me very happy that I thought of it enough to order the tractor like this. So a little bit of pre-planning is really paying off right now. And that third function, what I was thinking about is now that this is on the tractor, I'll probably use it. But I need something to really get like that last ½ inch of snow off the ground. And so I think this summer, I'm going to search for some type of front blade that can go on the loader. Or maybe I just might break the bank again and go for a front 3-point and some type of PTO up front. Deere only offers a 1,000 RPM PTO up front, but I would want a 540 since I have this blower. But anyway, I think that's it for right now. I'll get out and try this thing out, and that'll be in the next video. So thanks for watching. Alright, well, got the blower on the back of the 4066, got the hydraulic chute attached for the deflector. Head out to the end of the driveway and just do a little bit of cleanup work. We're supposed to get some 30, 35 mile an hour winds overnight tonight and into tomorrow. So I want to see exactly how much snow we get, so I'm just going to go ahead and clean up the driveway. It's actually not supposed to snow, but all of the snow we have on the ground is supposed to blow around. So I'm going to see what I can do here. Clean up along this edge a little bit. operating a lot more buttons. This is parts of the driveway that I haven't touched in over a week. What I'm going through right here.